Hello, my summer school superstars. Again, this is Miss JB, also known as Miss Jean Baptiste, but my teacher nickname is Miss JB. So happy July 8th. And if you remember, we read this book already, which is I Don't Want to Be Big. Well, take a look at the title. I don't. The word don't is a contraction. And we are going to do a lesson on contractions using the words from this book, using the contractions that are in this book. If I have it correct, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 different types of contractions in this book. So it pays to understand what a contraction is. Let's take a look at the board right behind me. Let's see. So the topic of this lesson is, as I said, contractions. And the standard, it's that. But don't worry about that. That's for principals and other people who are in charge of teachers. That's not what's important to you. Now the objectives, that's what's important. We are going to do 3 things during this lesson. Number 1, we will define what a contraction is. In other words, I'll tell you what a contraction means. What's a contraction? Number 2, we will practice making contractions. That is going to be fun. At least for me, it's going to be really fun, and I think you're going to have fun watching it. And number 3, we will use context clues to understand the contraction meanings. That's fancy talk for we are going to use sentences to guess what the contraction means. So we're going to use the sentence to guess what it means. All right, let's start with the first one. A contraction. We have to define what a contraction is. A contraction is when you take 2 words and you put them together so that they are now one word. Yes? Let me give you an example. One of the first contractions that we have in this wonderful, wonderful book, it's on the title. It's on the cover page, the cover. This is the cover. I don't. Look at that. Don't. A contraction, like I said, is 2 words put together to make one word. Do that with me. 2 words put together to make one word. So let's take a look. The word don't means do not. So take a look at don't on the cover of this book, and then take a look at do not. They mean the same thing. Don't is the same as do not. But what do you notice about the word, the contraction, don't, and the words do not? What do you notice? There's a few more letters in these 2 words. Let's take a look. Let's line them up. Why not? They both have a D. They both have an O. They both have an N. Do they both have a second O? No, they don't. Do they both have a T? Yes, they do. Now, the second O should be right here in the contraction. But as you can see, it's missing. But something took its place. That little mark right there took its place. And that little mark right there tells the reader, so it tells you like that? Hope I didn't hit you in the eye. It tells you that it's missing a letter. So in other words, we've got the D, we've got the O, the first O, we've got the N, we're missing the second O. So that's why there's a little mark there to say, hello, we took that out. But we still have the T. So we took what? 2 words, put them together to make one. And so we did this. In order to make the contraction, this is the fun part. And we're on number 2, by the way. We're practicing making contractions. I love this part. This is going to be fun. In order to make a contraction, you have to take out, let's see, take 2 words. Here are the 2 words. Do not. You have to take 2 words and put them together so that you can make one word. So I'm going to take out the O because remember, in the word don't, and the contraction don't, we have 2 words that were put together like this, like so. Let me get some tape and do it like this. Watch this. Ta-da! Now, mind you, the end should be a little bit closer, and let's do that. Let's do that. Let's make that end so it's let's put a little bit more room. Not a little bit more. Let's take out some room and do it this way. Ta-da! Now, mind you, it doesn't look like artwork, but remember, I'm not an art teacher. But look at this. I just took 2 words and I made one, and it is a contraction. Now they are the same. They both have a D, they both have an O, they both have an N, they both have a T, and they both have this wonderful, wonderful mark right here that is called an apostrophe. You say it. Apostrophe. We always, always, always need this apostrophe when we make our contraction so that the reader knows that it is a contraction. Because if you don't have it there, let's say you take the contraction, the apostrophe off, this is not don't. This word's not don't. It's not. It's not don't until you put that apostrophe there. I don't know what this is right now, but it's not don't. With the apostrophe, it's don't. No, yes, no, yes, no, yes, no, yes, no, yes. Oops, yes. There we go. All right, let's make another contraction. Well, let me go through the book so you know I'm not just making up stuff. These words are actually in here. So the next contraction that is in this book, as I turn through the pages, is right here. I love it. It's this one. Your. That's the other contraction. Your. Well, let's take a look. We have you are. Your means you are. So we're going to take you are, we're going to turn it into a contraction. Let's do that. Your would be this. We take, I just separated them. We have you are. I'm now going to take off the A, and I'm going to put an apostrophe right here. And now we have created the word your. Now, mind you, that apostrophe is a little big. Let's cut it down to size. Let's cut it down to size. Let's make it look a little bit better. I'll take it. Your. This is now your. And it meant you are. So your means you are. Your means you are. Let's keep it going. We're making contractions and I like it. I like it. How about cannot? To make cannot into a contraction, you notice it has 2 ends. And let's talk about something with this. Remember, we said that a contraction is 2 words put together to make one. Do these look like 2 words to you? This is the special word that we are going to make into a contraction, usually 99% of the time, which means almost all the time, almost every time, almost every time we'll have 2 words that we put together to make one. In this case, it's 1 word that's already together. But as you can see, there's can, not. It's like a compound word pretty much. So what we're going to do to turn this into a contraction is take out one of those ends. We don't need that extra end when we want a contraction. Cut it out. Bye-bye. Say it with me. Bye-bye to that end. Sometimes you, oh, and the O. We can't forget the O. Miss JB almost forgot the O, silly goose. Hey, now we're cooking. Now we've got it going. Ta-da! And this is the word can't. We just made another contraction, can't. And can't means cannot. Can't means cannot. And remember, cannot is a special word. Usually our contractions are what? Do it with me. 2 words put together to make one. Hey, I like it. Smart. The next word, next contraction that we're going to make is going to be out of these 2 words. Let us. Let us. Well, instead of saying let us, what we can say is the following. And let's see. I won't tell you. I want you to read it. And don't forget, we need that apostrophe. It's necessary. Without that apostrophe, it's not a contraction. It was let us. But now it's what? Read it. Let's. Let's means let us. I like it. Let's keep making contractions. I bet you wish you could be here to make contractions with me, don't you? I'm not going to lie to you. It's kind of fun to cut these things up. Pretty fun. I like it. I am. Here are 2 words that we're going to put together to make 1 word, which is called a, say it, contraction. I like it. I like it. I am is going to turn into, hey, how about I just cut it out and then you can read the word to me because I know you're smart. My summer school superstars, you're not superstars for nothing, as they say. Wow, we just took I am and we turned it into a contraction. Can you read this contraction for me? I'm means I am. I love it. Let's keep it moving. Da, 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 da. Here are 2 words that we're going to put together to make 1. And the 2 words are there is. Now watch what we do with it. Take my trusty scissors. These are like magic scissors. They're like contraction scissors today. We're going to take that I and say, bye-bye. Say it again. Bye-bye. And we're going to take our apostrophe because we need the apostrophe to make a contraction. This is not a contraction right now. It's not a contraction. Not until we put that magic apostrophe that just hit the floor. Hold that thought. We're going to resurrect it. We're going to bring it up. Boom, and here it is. Theirs. We just turned there is into theirs. Theirs means there is. Theirs, there is. Theirs, there is. Hey, my superstars, get it? Smart little cookies, aren't you? All right, let's take a look at another two words. What is? What is? Let's turn this into a contraction. Let's hit it. We are going to take out the letter I from is. And before I do it, go ahead and say the magic words. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. And that dropped like a rock. And let's put our apostrophe in there. And now we've got the magic word. What is this contraction now? It was what is. Now, how do we say this? I almost said it, and that's why I'm smiling. How do we say this contraction? What's? I almost said what's this word. Silly Miss JB. What's means what is. Hey, I like it. And we're getting there, kiddos. We're almost there. Hang with me, my superstars, my summer superstars. Now, let's take these two special words that we're going to put together to make one. And the two words are I will. Well, remember, we have to get rid of a few letters because we are going to take two words, I will, and we are going to take out some letters, put those letters with the other word, because I is a word and a letter all in the same time. It's magic too. And we are going to put our magical apostrophe there. And now I will has turned into this word. How do we say this contraction? I'll. Say it again. I'll. I like it. Doing good. Doing well. Doing well. Hang with me, kiddos. Hang with me because we're not done. But we're getting there. All right. Does not. Two words. Do it with me. Two words that we put together to make one. The word is does not. The two words are does not. Yes? Let's cut out part of not. We have does not. Let's take out look, the O. These scissors are doing some fancy work right now. So we're going to take out the O from, not. And let me make sure I can hold it. There's three little pieces. Miss JB, if I was an octopus, it'd be easier. Doesn't, but it's not a contraction yet until we put the apostrophe in there. And we have to put the apostrophe right where we took that other letter out. That apostrophe says to the reader, hey, there's a missing letter. And this apostrophe says it's not missing by accident. It's missing on purpose. We did it on purpose. And now does not has turned into what? Doesn't. Say it again. Doesn't. Doesn't. Doesn't means does not. I like it. All right. We're almost there. As a matter of fact, there's two more to go. All right. And we have I have. Let's turn I have into a contraction because there are what? How many words? And we're going to do what to the words? To make them into how many words? Two words put together to make one. Let's do this. The word is I have. We, my dears, my superstars, are going to separate the two words. And then with the word have, we are going to cut out the H and the A. Say the magic words so they go away. Bye-bye. And now we've got, is it a contraction yet though? No, not until we add, what is this thing called? An apostrophe. Yes, those are my smart superstars. Love it. I've. So I have has turned into I've. I have turns into I've. Look at that. We took out the H and the A. All right, kiddos. Last one. Before we get to our sentences, I'm not done with you yet. I want to spend time with you. Here are the next 2 words that we are going to put together to make one. And the 2 words are you will. Let's turn that into a contraction. We're going to separate the words. And we're going to take off the W and the I in will. It's your last chance to say it. Say it with conviction. Say it like you mean it. Miss JB, just let it drop again. Goodbye to the alarm. Say it with conviction. In other words, say it like you mean it. Say it with me. Bye-bye. Adios in Spanish. Now, check it out, kiddos. You will were the 2 words that we had. But now we're going to make another word, a contraction. Now it's a contraction because we put the apostrophe here. And the contraction used to be 2 words, which was you, which were two you. It used to be 2 words, which were you will, and now it's turned into you'll. You'll. Nicely done. That, my dears, was our last contraction. But we're not done yet. Remember I said I like spending time with you? Let's do this. Now, let's take a look. We will use context clues to understand meanings. Fancy talk for we're going to use sentences to figure out what the contractions mean. So I was going to put them on the board back over there, but nah, I'll hold them. I like holding them. It's closer to you. You can see better. All right, so let's take a look. I'll read the sentence. Please don't touch that. Please don't touch that. And you can see that the contraction is in red. What does don't mean? And by the way, because we took our time going through the contractions, this is going to be like a fast game show. I'm going to give you 5 seconds, 5 short seconds to tell me what don't means. So I'm going to put my hand up like this, and then I'm going to fold down each finger until there are 0 left. And you have that amount of time to tell me what don't means. And you know what? I'm going to tell you something. I've been very generous because I've been talking to you. I already presented this sentence, and you've already had more than 5 seconds. So you need to spit it out. In other words, you need to say it immediately. Please don't touch that. What does don't mean? It's a contraction. What does it mean? What are the 2 words? Hey, don't means do not. Do not. Nice, kiddos. All right, let me grab the other sentences. And you know what might be a good idea? To put it in my lap right next to me. Here's the next sentence. We're going to the beach. We're going to the beach. Here in red is the contraction. What does we're mean? We're going to the beach. Think about it. We're going to the beach. You have 5 seconds. Hey, we're means we are. We are. Awesome job. We may not have made a contraction out of that, but you know what? Bonus. Kind of like in a workout. Bonus. Here we go. This sentence is, you're tall and strong. You're tall and strong. What does the contraction your mean? You have 5 seconds. Hey, your means you are. I know you got that. I can feel it. Feel it deep down. The next sentence. I can't find my shoes. I can't find my shoes. What does the contraction can't mean? You have 5 seconds. Hey, it's that special compound word. Can't means cannot. Now, mind you, let me say this because this is important. Sometimes, because I'm a first grade teacher, but I'm teaching second graders because I can teach second grade too. But sometimes my first graders, and they're so sweet, sometimes when they read a contraction like this, they'll read it this way. I cannot find my shoes. Just because I'm asking you what can't means doesn't mean that when you read the word can't that you say cannot. Can't means cannot, but you have to read it the way that it's written. I can't find my shoes. We don't say I cannot. That's what it means, but we read it as it is written. I'll say it again. Read it like it is written. If it's written this way with cannot in there, then you say, I cannot find my shoes. If it's written as a contraction, then you say, I can't find my shoes. Just a quick little tip for you. Tidbit. From one first grade teacher to a summer school superstar. Here we go. Here's the next sentence. Let's go swimming today. Today would have been a great day for it too, by the way. Let's go swimming today. So let's give you some time, 5 seconds to be exact, to figure out what let's means. Hey, let's means let us go swimming today. Let's go swimming today. My summer school superstars are awesome. Here's the next sentence. Ooh, I'm going to tell on you. I know you guys have heard that before. You probably have said it too. That's all right. No judgment. You've heard it and I know you've said it. Let's read it again. Ooh, I'm going to tell on you. What does this contraction mean? What does it mean? You have. Hey, I'm means I am. I am. Good job. Now we've got another one. Look, there's a deer right there. Look, there's a deer right there. What does the contraction theirs mean? It's in red. You have. Hey, theirs means there is. Awesome job. Awesome job, my superstars. The next sentence. What's that food on your plate? What's that food on your plate? What does what's mean? You have. What's means what is. What is. Very good. Very, very good. Now, the next sentence. And you guys should be able to say this sentence. And when I say you should be able to say it, not that you should be able to read it, but you should be able to say it and you should be able to feel proud about it. Wait for it. I'll be in the 3rd grade next year. That's you. Yeah? I'll be in the 3rd grade next year. Yes, you will be my summer school superstars. What does I'll mean? You have 5 seconds. Hey, I'll means I will. Very nice, nicely done. Nicely done. We're getting there. We're getting close. I love spending time with you. I'll let you go soon. And we're almost there. Hang in there with me. We're doing well. The next sentence, which I almost erased a little bit of it, but that's all right. My friend doesn't have long hair. My friend doesn't have long hair. What does this contraction mean? Doesn't. You have hey, doesn't means does not. Doesn't means does not. We're getting there. We're getting there, my summer school superstars. The next sentence is, I've been thinking about you, and I have been. And let me just throw in that I hope that you had a wonderful 4th of July and that you didn't use fireworks without an adult being there. I've been thinking about you. Now, what does I've mean? You have 5 seconds. I've means I have. Way to go, kiddos. Way to go. You know what? I made that face because time flies when you're having fun. We have one more sentence to go. And after this sentence, I'll let you go. But I've been thinking about you. Remember what I just said? I've been thinking about you. And I'm going to keep thinking about you. But let's do this. This last sentence. You'll be in Mr. Lee's class. You'll be in Mr. Lee's class. What does you'll mean? You have 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and you'll means you will. You will. Well, thank you, boys and girls, for my summer school superstars, for sticking with me during this. We read quite a few sentences. We made quite a few contractions, and I'm proud of you. Just remember, and I want you to do the hand signal with me. A contraction is 2 words put together to make 1 word. And what is the name of that black mark that is right there in a contraction that tells us that some letters or a letter was taken out so that we could take those 2 words and make them into 1? I'll show you what it looks like. Does that give you a hint? It is a hint. But does that help you remember? Okay, I'll help you even further. It's called an apostrophe. An apostrophe. It is an apostrophe. And you know what? If you don't have an apostrophe with that 1 word, with the 2 that you put together, the 2 words that you put together to make 1, if you don't include that apostrophe, then it's not a contraction. You need this apostrophe because this apostrophe tells the reader, the good reader, which you are, tells the good reader that, hey, a letter or some letters were taken out. so that we could take the two words, put them together to make one. My summer school superstars, you are awesome. And I am looking forward to the next time that we get together. I'm going to try to think of something fun and interesting. In the meanwhile, enjoy the week, listen to your teachers, and try your best. Because remember, next year, you're moving on to third grade. All right, kiddos, I'll see you next time. This is Miss JB signing out.